1. The bizarre cow delusion. Imagine waking up one day and believing you're a cow. Yeah, a cow. It sounds wild, but it's a real condition known as boanthropy, where people actually think they're cattle. The most famous case is King Nebuchadnezzar from the Bible, who supposedly wandered the fields eating grass like an ox. While it's uncommon, the disorder is a reminder of just how mysterious and occasionally bizarre the workings of the human mind can be. 2. Termites versus humans. Here's a creepy fact for you. If you gathered all the termites on Earth into one giant heap, they would outweigh the entire human population 10 times over. 10 times over. The tiny insects may seem insignificant individually, but together they weigh an estimated 445 million tons. To break it down for you, that boils down to about 1,000 pounds of termites for every person on the planet. Gross. 3. The creator of the Rubik's Cube couldn't solve it right away. You'd think the inventor of the Rubik's Cube would know how to solve his own creation instantly, right? Well, that's not what happened. Erno Rubik, who created the puzzle in 1974, spent an entire month figuring out how to solve his own creation. Originally called the Magic Cube, it quickly became a global sensation, and a frustration for many. So if you're still struggling to crack the cube, you're in good company. Even its creator needed time to get it right. 4. Mona Lisa's missing eyebrows. If you've never noticed that the Mona Lisa doesn't have eyebrows, don't worry, you're not alone. But there's more to the story. They didn't just disappear overnight. While experts disagree on whether the Mona Lisa's lack of eyebrows was a style choice of the time or the result of gradual wear, the general consensus is that Leonardo da Vinci originally painted them. Over the centuries, excessive cleaning and restoration likely caused the delicate details to fade away. 5. A single bolt of lightning could toast 100,000 slices of bread. That's right, one flash from the sky could power a massive toast buffet. Imagine trying to eat that much toast in one sitting. It's not just shocking, it's electrifying. So while you're hiding indoors during a thunderstorm, just picture all the crispy bread lightning could be making. If only we could harness it. 6. There's a 24-hour bathtub race in Canada. Canadians don't just soak in bathtubs, they race them. In Nanaimo, British Columbia, people turn a wide variety of bathtubs into motorized boats and race them across the ocean. I kid you not. For 24 hours, these bathtubs zoom through the water like they're in some bizarre kind of aquatic NASCAR event. If you've ever dreamed of racing through the waves in a bathtub, mark your calendar. This interesting event usually happens in July. You might have already missed it for 2024, but 2025 is just around the corner. 7. Tardigrades can survive in space. These tiny creatures, also known as water bears, are basically indestructible. Tardigrades can survive in extreme conditions, from boiling water to freezing temperatures and even the vacuum of space. How? They enter a state called cryptobiosis, where they dry out and put all biological functions on pause, making them nearly immortal. So if there's ever a creature destined to outlast humanity, apart from cockroaches, it's definitely the tardigrade. 8. The world's largest snowflake was 15 inches wide. Snowflakes are usually quite small and fragile, but in 1887, the skies above Fort Keogh, Montana gave birth to a snowflake 15 inches wide and 8 inches thick. So 15 inches wide, 8 inches thick. That's bigger than a frisbee or a dinner plate. Witnesses described it as being, quote, larger than a milk pan, which might not mean much by today, but imagine a flake nearly the size of a large pizza falling from the sky. Nature really knows how to surprise us. And seriously, can you imagine trying to catch that on your tongue? I would just hit your face. How heavy was it? 9. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Sloths may be known for their slow movements, but they've got an unexpected superpower. They can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes underwater. That is 4 times longer than dolphins, who max out around 10 minutes. How do they do it? Sloths can slow their metabolism, causing their heart rate to drop to a third of its normal pace. In comparison, even Atlantic spotted dolphins, which dive up to 200 feet, can only manage around 10 minutes. 10. Mount Everest is still growing. We all know Mount Everest is the tallest mountain on Earth, but did you know it's still getting taller? While tectonic plates usually get the credit, new research shows that rivers have also played a part in the story. Thousands of years ago, 2 rivers merged and eroded tons of rock from the Himalayas. This reduced the pressure on the Earth's crust, allowing Everest to rise between 2 and 4 millimeters a year. With both tectonic shifts and river erosion at play today, Mount Everest could in fact keep rising, making you wonder just how tall it will eventually become.